The Luminous is a multi-mode phaser from Alexander Pedals. It's got a lot of different sounds in it, some of which are unrecognizable as coming from a phase shifter. And in this video, I'm going to show you the 5 coolest ways to use it. My first pro tip is just my favorite thing in general to do with phasers when they can do it, which is to run it as a lead boost more than a modulation effect. Sometimes you can dial in a phaser so that it's sort of acting as like a treble booster, and it just adds this like oozy killer quality to your solos. The Luminous is so tweakable that I was able to get the most scorching version of this effect. I'll put the exact settings in the video description, but the trick is to run it in classic mode and set the wave shape to fixed so that it's not even modulating. If you do that, you can get this lead sound that is just like very oozy and hostile. The next setting is like a very funky, snappy sound I found using the unique mode. It just adds this very great cluck to the onset of everything you play. I actually thought it was doing some compression. To me, it sounded like it's just sort of squashing your input a little bit. So I wrote to Matthew, the designer of the pedal, and asked if this mode had lower headroom, and he said it doesn't. I thought I heard it. I was wrong. Even so, this is like the coolest, funkiest setting you can get. By the way, if you want to buy this pedal or any pedal, you can support this channel by buying it from perfectcircuit.com and using one of my affiliate links. I'll put the links in the video description. If you use one of those links, I'll get a small commission on anything you purchase. Pro tip number 3 uses the Phlanger mode. I found a really cool way to use the random wave shape in this mode that ends up sounding like a random chorus. And since there's also a filter parameter, you can sort of push the filter to make it sound very lo-fi. And it actually does the shallow water thing. If you know that pedal, it's like a lo-fi random chorus pedal, and it just has this great like damaged tape cassette vibe. It's very cool. You can get that with this. The next pro tip is a cool sound I got out of the Luminous's dynamic mode. I was able to push the settings to the point where even a puny single note would get modulated if you picked it hard enough, but it won't if you just pick it quietly. The easiest way to get there is to use the settings I put in the video description and then run a clean boost into the front of the Luminous. I use the Boss graphic equalizer with everything flat except the level. Doesn't matter if you use this or not. Just run a clean boost into the pedal, pick everything quietly except the notes that you want to get warbled, and that ends up sounding really cool. I also have a bonus pro tip, which is that Matthew, the designer of this pedal, told me there's something that's not in the manual, which is that if you use the pattern mode, you can actually write your own patterns using MIDI signals. The pattern mode is just this like 8-step filter, but you can tell it how much phasing to do on each step using MIDI commands. Now, I myself have some personal limitations with MIDI. I wasn't able to get my MIDI game together in time to do anything with this for this video. But I'll tell you how you can do it in the video description. And then if you do anything with this, please make a YouTube video about it and tag me in it, because I'm curious to see what can be done.
Finish him.
The last pro tip uses the phase delay mode with a very fast delay time and very high repeats. And if you do that, the repeats will start to resonate, and that resonance interacts with the phasing in a way that's very cool. It creates this like glowing haze. It's the only other pedal I know that can do this and have it sound this good is the Strymon Dig. But that one's like a little bit more metallic, and this one is like a little bit more hazy.